Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Susan Kramer and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota. Looking for myself on the computer. I understand last week there were some distractions in my video. I apologize for that. Alright, a little off. There we go. How's that? Welcome. Thank you for joining me, or thank you for watching on YouTube. I probably won't get this up there till Tuesday. Till tomorrow. But thank you for joining me. Let's see. I am here. It doesn't tell me people are here, but I see a comment. Hello, Anne. Thank you for joining me. There's my comment, but anyway. Okay. We'll just get started, and then if people have questions about things I covered, it'll all work. So we're talking about the mini catalog that starts a week from Wednesday, so that'd be the 6th of September. I figure since you have your catalog, you might like to see some things in it already. It's always best to try before you buy, in my opinion. But since right now I'm only online, you can see it in use before you buy. How's that? But the first thing, well, NorthStarStamper.com. That's the best place to reach me. Best place to reach me. All right, this is the Thoughts of Thanks journal. It is a paper pumpkin add-on. Obviously, it's available now. It's going to coordinate with the September paper pumpkin that you can subscribe to. And you have till September 10th to subscribe, and you'll get a paper pumpkin kit. I believe it has cards that coordinates with this. I believe it's all these leafy and gold foiling in the cards. I have a blog post about paper pumpkin. You could look for it there at NorthStarStamper.com. I'll be completely honest. This was not quite what I expected. It is bigger than I expected, and this is nice and sturdy. And they call this our page marker. That's the gold clip. And then inside, there are two sheets. Can you tell? Yes, you can. These are foil, and they're both the same. They have some lovely leaves and some nice words. There's two of those. But the rest of the journal is just like a notebook. I thought there would be more prompts in here or something, but I can see myself stamping in here with my favorite stamps and my favorite colors and then journaling. But not quite what I expected. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, and I'm glad I have it. So I thought you'd want to see it. So the products we're using today, and it tells me you're the only one here, but is my video okay? I keep going to green screen on mine for some reason. This is the A Walk in the Forest Designer Series paper, and I'm going to talk about the products in order that are in the catalog, this catalog that goes live next week. So A Walk in the Forest is on page 5, and it is our Making a Difference product for this fall. I believe it's, in the U.S., $3. In the rest of our markets, it's a different amount. So some of your purchase price of this product are going to, I'll say, holiday-related charities. We will find out tomorrow who those charities are, and that will be in my newsletter this week. So you're going to hear me a lot, very often, say, make sure you're signed up for my newsletter, because I'll share all kinds of information in it. So lots coming. So the colors in here are Balmy Blue, Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, and Pretty Peacock. So let's look at the papers. We are going to use a piece of this on a card. It is a 12 by 12. I know it's overwhelming in that screen there, but I wanted to make sure you could see everything. There is a punch that coordinates with the bear, and there are dies that I believe coordinates with this large tree. You'll see it on page 5, and 4 and 5 is the display for this, and they show you that they use dies for the trees and the punch for the bear. The back side is just some, just garden green with trees. Oh, isn't that lovely? I didn't even notice that one. So they'd be Cherry Cobbler. And just some greens. So you could use this side, obviously, for just a masculine card beyond Christmas or outside of Christmas. This does look Christmassy to me with the red berries. Pine cones, another masculine. If you have our moose or deer stamps or any of that. I assume that's supposed to be snow, But when it's snowing here, we don't have blue sky very often. It's usually gray. But anyway, some cute bears. Look at that in the forest scene. That'll make a fun card. In the back, we have some stripes. Looks Christmassy to me. Okay, Anne says we're good. My screen keeps going green. Isn't this fun? Different colors with that blue and the green, and that's balmy blue. And the back side is snowflakes, if you can tell. Yes, you can. I'm delaying because I'm looking at my computer screen. And then the last one are just some trees. It does look Christmassy, but you could get away with a small strip of that on a masculine birthday card outside the Christmas season. And you can see I did cut into this one because we are using this paper on our card tonight. So that is A Walk in the Forest, our Making a Difference product for this fall. All right. I'm just going to drop it on the floor. And then, again, there were the colors. All right, the next thing I'm using in today's card are the Cheery Patterns embossing folders. I don't know if you can see. I've already embossed a piece of white with the circles. They show these waves with the whale stamp set, so this is supposed to be the ocean. I thought that'd be kind of fun just to use on like a teenager's card. But those are the embossing folders on page 60. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. So page 60 are the Cheery Patterns embossing folders. And then our focal point tonight is going to be the curved occasions. This is on page 64. It's a bundle that comes with this curved punch and some great sayings and a few images. So just a variety of images, which I think will be really fun with the roller skate and the, what's it called, disco ball. We're going to use the cake stamp with the happy birthday, but the car will be kind of fun too. Right. I was curious to know if the punch coordinated with that. So what I did was I took just a scrap piece of white and I pushed this all the way in. So when you punch it, that is how far it is. Oh, goodness, sorry. That is how far it punches in from the edge. And obviously you can fit 3. So it'd be kind of fun to take this and punch 3 the other direction and then put some pattern paper behind here. Let me grab a piece. Show you what I'm talking about. I'd probably use a smaller print. There, like that. So that'd be kind of fun to just make that a design element on a card. But, yeah, so that was just playing around the punch, getting used to it. All right, we're going to stamp a little here. I want to try something, and I didn't try this before, so I'm a little nervous about it. But we're going to see if we can't fit. Here, I'll show you what we'll do. We're going to use, oh my goodness, I keep throwing that away, don't I? Let me get it back. All right. Come on. So we're going to use this as our template. We're going to take one of these stamps. Let's take the Thinking of You. And we are going to see if we can't, I just keep dropping stuff over here. So you can see that they're different shapes. This one's much more rounded, like a circle that it coordinates with. So we're going to pick it up. The thing about photopolymer stamps is you can move them. You can actually make this straight, and it'll stay long enough if you push it down really hard. And you could stamp that straight. But we're not trying to go straight. We're trying to match the curve. And I think I've seen people do this. So that looks pretty good. We're just going to try it. Like I said, I didn't practice this, so if it doesn't work, now we know. All right, so I'm inking up with Pretty Peacock. Clean that off. Let's see if that will punch. It should. It looked like it was pretty close. Not bad. So there is my punched image. That was the thinking of you from the circle sayings, so you can bend it to match, and it is the right size. Same with these straight ones. You can bend them to match your punch. They did give us these 3 that were curved already, and obviously those match the punch perfectly. When I punched a sample earlier, I stamped my happy birthday too low to the bottom of my card, and so that's when I learned to stamp a little higher. So you can see this one here. This one here, grab my take your pick. I cut off the corner of there. So when I stamp tonight, I'm going to stamp happy birthday a little further up from the bottom. I'll explain it when I show you. It's easier to show you than to talk about, isn't it? Photopolymer stamp, so I have a cushion. There's my piece of designer series paper. I have a balmy blue card base. All right, so let's start with this because I want you to help me decide. I use the Cheery Patterns embossing folder. Yes, you can see that. And I'm going to put that right there. So that's just white on white. I just embossed a white piece. Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought I kicked the tripod. All right, so that's the right size. So we're going to emboss this. All right, now I'm losing it. While I'm looking for my embossing folder, I'm also using the Stylish Shapes. I die cut some circles that will stamp the birthday cake in. I threw my embossing folder on the floor, forgetting I was going to use it. All right, so we're going to take Pretty Peacock ink, and I am actually going to ink both sides because I'm not sure what look I want. So I know this looks like a mess. Just bear with me. All right, I just touched very gently, but this is a newer ink pad, and so it's very juicy. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it off to the side, just like that. I don't want to touch it. I'm going to run this through my machine. These actually fit in my mini machine, but I don't have them out and ready to go, so just trust that I'm not doing anything special. I just figured out what to stand which plates I needed to emboss this. I'm going to try not to get ink all over my fingers. This is dye-based ink, so I'll just take this to the sink and rinse it off. No harm done. And these are what I get. I don't know if I like it. I was hoping just to get the rings. I don't think I like it. I was going to give you an option of ink or no ink on this piece, but I think that's too dark. Change in plans. I think if I tapped lighter on this side, I would be able to get the raised circles in color. I will play around with that and report back to you another time. So we're just going to use the white one. You know what? We can actually do this. There goes my screen again. I don't know why. Make sure I'm putting this on the right way. I do have ink somewhere. And just our piece, and I of designer series paper, and I pulled my colors. We're going to use blends, our alcohol markers today, and I just took the colors right from the designer series paper. And I'm going to line that up. I like seeing a little bit of that white on the side. With liquid glue, I can move it around till it's just right. Then I'm going to take a circle, just basic white, nothing too fancy. I die cut with the Stylish Shapes. We're using blends, so I'm going to use Memento ink. Ink, 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 ink. And center it there. That's good. screen keeps going green. It's driving me crazy. I see there's comments. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you. Maybe I can try to read them while I look. Oh, Anne says she sees army stripes. So I'll just say hello to everybody. Hello, Anne. Hello, Mom and Dad. And hello, Christine. And Chuck says he watches with you. So hello, Chuck. That's my brother and sister-in-law. And hello, Kathy. I think that's all I see watching now. That's the only people I see commented. I see there's a couple other people watching, but you're mystery guests. And thank you for being with us. Anne says she sees army stripes in these. That's kind of interesting. All right, so like I said, I took my colors right from that paper. These are Old Olive, light and dark. These are Pretty Peacock, light and dark. We're going to use light smoky slate to make our cake stand look like silver. And I have the color lifter just because. And I have some Wink of Stella trying to get that cake stand to look like it's metal. I don't know. I was just playing around. I could have added another color and coordinated the cake stand with the flowers, but we'll just do it quick. I know some of you don't like to color. I don't know. I should have had one of you time me, but this will probably take, I don't know, 3 minutes for me to color. I think you can handle that. I had to go out on the lines a little bit. I'm just going to add a little dark. So that was my light. I'm going to put a little dark in the middle. And then just kind of swirl around. I do have one of these done, so we'll decide which of the two I like better. Again, I'm taking the small tip and just adding a little bit of green to the leaves. I didn't get them all, so we're going to take our dark Old Olive and just finish those off. And light smoky slate. I'll show you head on in just a minute. I think it's very fortunate being a lefty that you can watch what I'm doing. If I were right-handed, I'd be in your way, right? And quick cake stand. Good enough. We're going to take Wink of Stella and add that to our cake stand, hoping that it looks like it's silver and not gray. Let's add a couple coats. All right, that's all. I should have tried me. And let's see, I have one done. Where did it go? This is the one I did this afternoon. I used my color lifter in the middle of the flowers. I can do that again. Just for something interesting. So just so they're not so flat. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, you could keep going and add, you know, pink frosting to your cake or whatever, but can you see the Wink of Stella on the cake stand? I don't know if you can or not. Oh, I get too close and I get out of focus. So there's that. One more thing. Two more things, actually. I'm going to bring back my light Pretty Peacock, and I have some metallic pearls. I don't even know if these are still current. I think they are. We're going to color some pearls with the bullet tip. I thought these would be a nice addition. That's too light. Get my dark Pretty Peacock. Oh, much better. The light would have been fine, but I wanted more color on them. So while those dry, it's an alcohol-based marker, so it won't take long to dry at all. I'm sticking with my colors from my pattern paper. That is Pretty Peacock. This is where I said if I stamp too low, I'm not going to get the bottom edge of that curve. So I'm going to go up further than I think I need to. There we go. Get this out of the way. I think we're good. And I'm going to line this up just like that. And punch. I need some adhesives. And our card is almost done. I don't know which one I like better. I'll probably the one I just colored with you. So I thought this could go here, and this could go above it. I think they're both all going to go on dimensionals. Something I learned actually from Diane. If you're watching on YouTube when I get this out there, I've seen you do this. Our punches don't punch cleanly sometimes, so I'm just going to take my bone folder and just run it over the top. I'll do this with cardstock as well, just after I've cut it, and it just flattens those edges a little better. You think a brand new punch should punch perfectly, but I think it has to do with the shape. I don't know, but so some dimensionals, the minis. If you don't have minis, you can cut the large ones. That works too. Let's see, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to line that up. Happy birthday. Do I have large ones? I do. My reminder, when you're using your alcohol markers, make sure you are on paper so that you're not on your table. It does go through. You can see I didn't color that all that much, but it still went through my white paper. Take those off. Line that up. Oh, I like that. It wasn't on purpose, but I like that the edge of my cake is lined up with my pattern paper there. And we'll take your pick tool and my end view there. All right, my putty end, and pick these up. Sorry, I need to go this way just to see. We're going to put 5 since I colored a lot. There's 2. We'll put 3 in a triangle, and we'll put 4, maybe 1 down here on the bottom. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da! Quick and easy card. I don't know. It's only 10 too. So this, again, is the Curved Occasions stamp set. And you saw me use the circle sayings. You can straighten out the thinking of you, and I'm sure you can do that with the sending you a, so that you can use this punch with it. It's a bundle. That's on page 64. I used the Cheery embossing folders. That one still is wet. I don't have a helper that can clean off my embossing folders, but this is the other one in the set. You do get 2 of those. And then we talked about the A Walk in the Forest pattern paper. So that's my card for today. Let's see if you have any questions. Thank you, everybody. I thought it was kind of a fun card. Colors I wouldn't normally choose, but using the colors in your pattern paper, it all comes together because it all coordinates. I knew that my Pretty Peacock was going to be the same as the Pretty Peacock on there, and the Pretty Peacock ink. So I think that is the best thing that Stampin' Up! Offers, is the coordination. So Anne says I should put Andrew to work. He is down here, but he's gaming and can't even hear me, I don't think. So thank you for joining me. Oh, I am way off, aren't I? Sorry. There we go. There's our card for today. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. Again, watch my newsletter this week and next for lots of new things happening and coming out. And I'll be with you next week. Just a reminder that I do take requests if there's something you want to see, or to see me do. I do have something in the works with our enamels. They're the bottles of enamel. I know that's on my to-do list yet, but thank you for joining me. Happy stampin', and reach out to me if there's anything I can help you with Stampin' Up wise. Take care, everybody. Have a great week.